In this video, we make our way towards the Isle of Skye, following some incredible trails.
This is the most beautiful part of our route so far.
And some not so incredible trails. This, combined with some other challenges.
This is my nightmare.
Feels like almost on a daily basis there's some sort of issue we have to fix.
We've been slacking.
Makes us reconsider our plans. If you're just tuning in, we are Liz and Alex, and we are currently bikepacking down the length of Great Britain, from the very top at John O'Groats to the very end at Land's End. In the previous episode, we biked along the infamous Loch Ness, then wild camped at a beautiful loch, ready to begin our journey towards the Isle of Skye the next day.
Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, duckies are here. Explain yourself and your issue with ducks.
They're fine, but you know what they're up to. Like they're first like hanging out in the water, now they're on shore. They're just like gradually trying to nonchalantly move a little bit closer to us.
You keep saying the ducks are up to no good. They're just sweet, innocent ducks.
They're gonna try and steal food from us.
This is our views by the lake with Brekkie and our ducky friends. You know, all this packing up in the morning has been taking quite a bit of time, and I happen to possess some skills. So, bippity boppity bop. Good morning, guys. It is day, I think, 8 of this bikepacking adventure in the UK. We obviously had a beautiful campsite by the lake, as you saw. It was almost the perfect wild campsite with the exception of the lack of privacy. We got another set of bikepackers and some vans in the middle of the night. And so this morning, this might be TMI, but I got my period. And luckily everybody had packed up by then, so I thought it was just us on the lake. So I went down to deal with that. And as I'm dealing with it, I got back up and realized that some backpackers had come along and got a full backside view of me dealing with that. So that was really embarrassing. And I was like, Alex, we have to leave now. Luckily, the backpackers must have gone a different direction. There's probably some trail here, but I was so embarrassed. Oh my goodness.
All right, we are out for the day. Should only be about 4 miles, pretty much all downhill to Fort Augustus, where we will stock up before heading into the boonies. Check out that view. Breakfast number 2.
Okay, so this is like our second or third time getting a Scottish veggie breakfast, and all of them have had this, which is very different than like the English breakfast. It's like fried dough. And it's really good.
There's potato in it.
Oh, it has potato in it.
Yeah.
Really good. I like this dish in Scotland.
I think it's called a toddy.
Guys, we just left Fort Augustus where we had second breakfast and stocked up on food for the next day and a half because we're going to be off grid and we're going to be taking gravel roadway. We're going to try it at least because we want to get off the busy roads. Alex is going to go fix a minor issue with my bike. Feels like almost on a daily basis there's some sort of issue we have to fix. I think it's just like we're carrying too much weight. I don't know.
I'm adjusting the brake caliper.
So every time I pedal, there's been a little bit of brake grubbing. So he is gonna fix that. So hopefully I go faster on these hills. Alex, fix it?
Yep.
Woohoo!
The first 3.5 miles of today are going to be really hard. Trying to mentally prepare for that. As we go up into the mountains towards the Isle of Skye, leaving Fort Augustus, we will be gaining about
1,200 feet in 3.5 miles.
Oh boy. Wow. This looks nice. I love being in the forest here. I love it when we can find these quiet off-the-road trails. It's just so much nicer. I mean, the other roads have been beautiful still, but I definitely prefer not to share the road with cars, is my preference. So hopefully it's not rough like the single track we had yesterday. That was nuts. It's definitely much slower and harder riding though, for sure.
All right, we are on our way up this beautiful dirt trail. We're taking this route because it is a bit of a shortcut and it keeps us off of the main road, which apparently can be pretty busy because it goes to the Isle of Skye. So lots of cars and trucks going through there. So we're trying to avoid as much of that road as possible. So far, this is amazing. No one out here, just gorgeous scenery on a shaded dirt forest road. We are now passing through some kind of logging area, and it's definitely active. There's some kind of machine over here moving stuff around. This is the perfect kind of terrain for us and for our bikes. It's just like compact dirt with a little bit of gravel out into the mountains, not too steep. It's gravel bike perfection.
We updated to some thinner tires for this trip. We usually rock 2.4 and 2.6, I think it was.
Yeah.
This time we decided to rock 2s. I think that was a good choice.
I think so too. It's really not crowded. We haven't seen a single other person besides that logging worker.
We're almost at the top of this pass. Definitely having to dig deep for this. Whew.
We made it! That was a big, steep, grueling gravel hill.
But I think it feels good actually to have done it. I think we've been living in our comfort zone a bit. It's good to be a little bit outside of it. Although the van build definitely pushed us very outside our comfort zone at times.
Yeah, in different ways.
Completely different, but physically we haven't pushed outside our comfort zone, it feels like, in too long.
All right, well, now we got a huge descent. It's about 1,000 feet down in 3.5 miles. It's gonna be fun, I think.
So much work to go up and it's gonna be over real quick, I'm sure. That's how biking is though.
Holy crap! That is steep. Liz doesn't like a steep downhill descent on gravel. All right, we're off of that big gravel descent and back onto the road. I really hope it's not too crazy busy on here. We're gonna go about 9 miles and try and stop at this loch called Loch and probably have lunch there.
The beauty on this road is insane, but the cars have been getting close, like scarily close, because there's just no shoulder here. Wow, this is nice.
Campsite.
I know, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, a little early for that. We're stopping for lunch by this gorgeous lake.
I just got crapped on. He did a dive bomb over here, just a little drive-by. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, just splat right on my leg and the mat here.
You were making fun of birds a little bit this morning. Do you think this is some...
I wasn't making fun. I was saying you got to watch out for him, and I was right. We didn't get into peanut butter.
Did you get the crap off? Nope.
No,
Still there.
I haven't dealt with it yet.
So we're pretty much in a constant state of planning on trips like this. We have started heading towards the Isle of Skye, and we're doing some research on some of the routes, and it seems unavoidable some really, really busy roads, and we're a little nervous about that. All right, guys, so we've been planning here for quite some time, and we've made the executive decision to skip Skye, right, babe?
Yeah.
We hate biking on crowded roads, and I read reviews about there being like a bunch of tourists who don't know how to drive on the opposite side of the road. So you have that with blind corners and really narrow roads.
And steep roads.
Yeah, so we're thinking that sounds like torture.
6.5 hours later.
All right, guys, we've been slacking. A lot of our days have been like in the 20 to 30 mile range. And we've been chatting and trying to figure out what it is that's going on that's causing us to like not be as motivated. And we realize that it's because we don't have a deadline. We don't have a goal of how much time we want to take to do this. And we're realizing that having constraints is a good thing. And we haven't given ourselves enough constraints for this trip. We haven't said we're doing this in X amount of time. We've just said, oh, we'll just kind of meander and see the whole country. But when we do that, we're only doing 30-mile days. So we're gonna do some planning. We wanna have a more focused trip, and the purpose of this is to bike the length of the UK. There's lots of things that we're gonna see, and we have to just accept that there's going to be a lot that we will miss out on.
Yeah, it's such a rookie travel mistake we were talking about. Like when we first got into traveling, we were just like biting off way more than we could chew, and you realized the more you traveled, the more you had to just like pick and choose. And for some reason with this trip, I don't know, maybe we were just too excited for Scotland. We just were like, we want to see it all.
Yeah.
And we want to do it via bike. Anyways, I think we decided to call it early after a very low mileage day.
23 miles or so.
Anyways, I think we're gonna just have a planning night. We'll just end the vlog here and pick it back up tomorrow with hopefully an intense day.
This is my nightmare. The first week, no midges at all, not a single one. Now we're like here, a few miles from Skye, and our tent is completely surrounded in midges. This was my number one concern about coming to Scotland. I'm almost ready to go outside.
He's got his little patches on. They're supposed to help ward away bugs.
It's citronella. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work, but might as well try.
I feel like they're getting through.
I don't know what it is about flying buggy things, but it's like at an unreal level, his hatred of them. He wants to go somewhere else.
Getting in here somehow.
So this was our wild campsite last night. Alex is losing it.
They're getting in here. I don't know how, but they're getting in here.
Or maybe this is just not small enough.
I'm gonna go double net it.
So I obviously have you guys have seen a horrific fear of spiders. I see the spider! Alex is flying bitey things. Anyways, we're gonna try to stay at actual campgrounds tonight because, you know, it's that time of the month for me, and it was not pleasant dealing with that last night. Anyways, this is probably way too TMI for our mostly male audience. We're gonna go pack up.
It's now a little bit later, and the wind has picked up just a little bit. It's like a really gentle breeze, but it keeps the midges away, so I'm so grateful for the Scottish wind. I will take the wind over the midges any day. Well, I'm glad we're back on the bikes now with the wind in front of us, and just the fact that we're moving, the midges are definitely nowhere to be found. I feel like everyone to some degree has something like that causes them to act irrational. Like, I know logically that the midges is just a couple of bites and it's not the end of the world, but I completely lose it. For lizard spiders, if you've seen some of our videos before, let me know in the comments What is the insect or the thing that causes you to act completely irrational? The traffic here has been just miserable. I'm really glad we didn't go all the way to Skye. There are just so many horrible drivers on this road. Some of them just give us like almost no room, and they're passing us and like almost hitting the car coming from the opposite direction, and then just speeding out of their minds around these blind corners.
We are finally off that busy, crazy road. We've learned some lessons in Scotland. You can't bike on the A roads without feeling like you're gonna die.
Avoid the A82 and the A87, they're horrible.
Yep. All right, but now we have this gorgeous gravel trail.
Back on some beautiful, smooth gravel.
That was a nice way to end that. That was smooth like a baby's bottom, eh? So last night we were feeling pretty down, you know, just the lack of planning and all that. We took some time to plan out a solid next week plus. So we have kind of like a goal destination each day until we get to Edinburgh, and we're gonna take a few days there to explore. I'm feeling a lot better with that. It turns out having like plans actually helps.
Keep this in mind for Brooks saddles. I don't know what the deal is with this, but both sides, the nut has come off. And what makes it hard is that it's like a very specific size of nut that you can only get from Brooks. No one else makes this size of nut. This has been a major issue with
both sides.
Both sides this has happened. So now I have to zip tie it down.
Yeah, see this part here is zip tied. And then Alex now has to zip tie the other side.
We got Liz's seat reattached with some zip ties. We're heading on some single track, and we just saw a couple of hikers come up. So I think we're gonna have to take it slow. I don't want to run into anybody. Whee! The single track is beautiful. Woo-hoo. Super smooth. We're back on the gravel. We're trying to follow the gravel paths to Fort William instead of the road because the road is crazy busy. Probably a couple more hours till we get to Fort William. It'll be nice to shower at a campsite.
All right, super beautiful on these small country roads. So much better than off the main road. Wow, so quaint.
This is what you want out of a Scotland bikepacking trip.
Yeah, not busy roads with tourists or whoever going too fast. Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow.
Just look at that deep blue water.
This seems to be very much Scotland. Beautiful lake, green hills around it, and a pasture with sheep. I feel like all the greenery here is what I've always pictured Scotland looking like. Like so much grass and stuff everywhere. It's very different than the green in the Pacific Northwest. Me and Alex were saying we're used to lots of green, but this is a different green. More of a grassy green, I guess.
All right, we are now headed up the Great Glen Way alongside Loch, which is kind of a funny term, you know, because a loch is a lake, so it'd be like saying Lake Lakey. Oh my goodness, this place is beautiful. This is amazing. I can't believe this. That is just an insane view of Loch. So I think it's official, the Great Glen Way is the most beautiful part of our route so far. That beautiful smooth dirt coming down with the view of Loch just doesn't get any better than that.
This is such a gorgeous canal to end our day on.
Follow me to my favorite tree. Well, I'm offering a steady hand. I could be your security.
That is an insane view. Ben Nevis.
Gorgeous.
On anything. And I'll take care of you alone.
Yeah, we made it.
Oh, let's do that again. That was awkward. No, it's too low. Let's try it again.
Wait, it's like I'm much shorter than you.
There we go. So you're gonna have a good flat sound.
Oh boy.
All right, guys, we made it to camp here. Almost got the tent set up. Liz is gonna be showering while I set up the tent, and then I will go shower when she makes food. So we're always getting things moving because the setup and the takedown process always takes so long. So it's good for one of us to focus on personal stuff and one of us to focus on camp stuff. It is a beautiful campsite. We're gonna have to pay in the morning since there was nobody here to check us in. But we've got a view, you probably can't see it, of Ben Nevis, just right through the trees there, and a river right here. It's just such a beautiful campsite, beautiful sunset. On the next episode,
Headed to see the Hogwarts train. This is our reality right now.
sounds like something from a haunted movie.